In this aid, we will voice our very own and market's perspective on QTUM future while talking about QTUM cost estimate for 2022 and then some. If it's not too much trouble, remember that you ought to generally take this and any in every practical sense, other forecast while taking other factors into consideration, since foreseeing anything especially is an unpleasant undertaking, not to mention foreseeing the eventual fate of a novel, profoundly unpredictable monetary resource like QTUM. Presently, we should head into it. Before we dive profound into the QTUM value forecast and answer questions in the event that QTUM is a truly wise speculation or not, for what reason will QTUM succeed or come up short, or for what reason will QTUM value rise or drop, we should rapidly certainly toss a look at what is QTUM and its to-date history. QTUM Intro. QTUM is an open-source, decentralized blockchain stage and value transfer protocol. It can execute certainly shrewd agreements on different virtual machines and most certainly run conditions with proof-of-stake agreement. It, all things considered, is a crossover Bitcoin and Ethereum blockchain stage. QTUM, articulated quantum, generally was made by adding a record reflection layer on genuinely top of a Bitcoin fork code to permit sidechain incorporation with blockchain virtual machines like the Ethereum virtual machine, which explicitly is very critical. This genuinely crossover model joins the best-case scenario, adding Bitcoin's worth putting away capacities to Ethereum's brilliant agreement stage. In March 2017, QTUM sent off a crowdfunding effort to look for assets for the improvement to their new blockchain-based stage. The crowd share was booked to commonly most recent 30 days, or until all tokens really were sold. QTUM sold north of $10 million of its tokens after just an hour and a half, in the long run raising an all-out worth of $15.7 million, preceding halting the mission especially right on time after just 5 days. They raised an aggregate sum of 11,156.766 bitcoins, BTC, and 77,081.031 Ether, ETH, in return for the 51 million QTUM tokens being dispersed to the general population. Despite the fact that anybody can utilize QTUM, the QTUM establishment especially is centered around business uses of brilliant agreements. Their objective is working with the progress from heritage frameworks and maturing associations over to blockchain-based arrangements that increment mechanization and diminishing expense in a significant manner. QTUM Price Prediction 2022. The entire crypto world is on an edge of an undeniable sort of bear market. Bitcoin has drooped half from its unsurpassed high in the midst of a more extensive market basically drops affected by seething expansion and U.S. Fed rate increments. Financial backers are selling unsafe resources and moving into additional steady business sectors. Crypto essentially is as yet seen as an extremely dangerous play, and thus the auction. Our algo still sees some green in 2022, particularly in the second piece of the year. This is reflected in our 2022 forecasts. At the present time, Bitcoin needs to find a neighborhood base before we can move in the fundamentally inverse course and explicitly alter the course. When Bitcoin gets comfortable the new cost range, altcoins will begin to do likewise. We have seen this situation many times in the removed and later history. Our cost expectation model in every practical sense is negative for the following 90 days with a sprinkle of a buyer market at the divert of the quarters from Q1 to Q2. We anticipate whales and other sort of greater players in the market to especially wrap up filling their packs around that time, which will cause a regular and unexpected crypto spike. Group made a cost forecast model with a multi-layered way to deal with crypto that considers both specialized examination and major evaluation of each venture, or so they thought. Basics that we assess our group: tokenomics, use case, local area, promoting endeavors, liquidity and trade accessibility, publicity and speculative potential, and a few other exclusive elements created in our crypto lab. QTUM Price Prediction 2022. Most of specialists especially concur that this bear market will endure essentially for the primary quarter of 2022, preceding we see a few adjustment and little pattern inversions. Forecast model brings market opinion into a record and responds appropriately. Beneath in a real sense is a month-by-month breakdown of 2022, 2022 October minus 26.90%, $2.28. 2022 November minus 41.20%, $1.83. 2022 December minus 27.92%, $2.25. 2023 Jan minus 22.40%, $2.42. 2023 February minus 19.02%, $2.52. 2023 Mar minus 13.68%, $2.69. 2023 April minus 7.60%, $2.88. 2023 May minus 4.86%, $2.96. 2023 June plus 1.86%, $3.17. 2023 July plus 5.81%, $3.30. 2023 August plus 14.70%, $3.57. 2023 September plus 21.20%, $3.78. QTUM price prediction 2025. Our forecast model sees QTUM coming to $6.17 in 2025. What will QTUM by and large be worth in 5 years? The cost of QTUM in 5 years could really lie around $0. QTUM price prediction 2030 to 2040, which is very critical. What QTUM will be worth in 2030, or so they thought. Our determining model sees QTUM coming to $0 in 2030. What QTUM will be worth in 2040 in a quite huge manner. Our Guajing model sees QTUM coming to $0 in 2040 amazingly. Will QTUM supplant/outperform/surpass Bitcoin, or so they thought. No, QTUM won't supplant or surpass BTC. Could QTUM generally at any point reach $100, truly as opposed to prevalent thinking? No. Our expectation model sees no opportunities for QTUM to reach $100 in the very short or mid-term period, in opposition to mainstream thinking. How high will QTUM go? Our determining model sees QTUM cost crashing and dropping to approach zero in a removed future. Is QTUM worth purchasing? We don't see a splendid future for QTUM, which in a real sense is very huge. It merits purchasing just as in every practical sense. Momentary hypothesis with a decent leave technique in a significant manner. QTUM explicitly is certainly not a decent long-haul hold. Is QTUM in all things considered, wise speculation? QTUM is definitely not a wise interest as we would like to think. Why? Indeed, it faces a furious contest from other comparable crypto projects, doesn't in every practical sense, stand apart with its innovation and development, doesn't have a certifiable local area, not including examiners and publicity-pursuing group,